Court will sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility, suspended and probated. I'm going to do 2 years, but they may end up extending you or wanting you to be extended because sometimes Veterans Treatment Court is longer than the 2 years. But for now, I'm just going to place you on for 2 years, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs. Cindy, you need to cough drop of water. All right, so this is a sentencing, and I'll explain that to you after I finish.
Okay.
To coordinate everyone's calendars to get that completed.
All right,
So once he's placed on probation, maybe he just reports as normal until he's actually put into the program. I did speak with John earlier. He came by, and that was the update that I received.
See what I mean about women multitasking?
You're welcome.
All right, we're gonna get, you want to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thanks. Court is calling 2025 CR 013499 State versus Anthony Montejo. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Megan Galloway for the state.
Defense?
Roberto Bartra, defendant, ready to proceed, Your Honor.
All right, and Attorney Galloway, this is one where you all have agreed for probation. We were only doing a PSI to see if Veterans Treatment Court will accept him. He has been accepted, so I'm just sentencing him today. So you're excused. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, so. And counsel, you reviewed the PSI report?
Yes, Your Honor, with my client.
All right, any objections to the PSI report?
No objections, Your Honor.
All right. This is what the court will do. The court will find you guilty. Court will sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility, suspended and probated. I'm going to do 2 years, but they may end up extending you or wanting you to be extended because sometimes Veterans Treatment Court is longer than the 2 years. But for now, I'm just going to place you on for 2 years, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs. Cindy, you need to cough drop of water. Oh, no, go ahead and get some water. Okay, no problem. Just give us a moment. With regards to the 10 days in the Bexar County Jail, I can do that by GPS because that's what they're requesting.
Was it house arrest or just,
I can do partial. Are you employed?
but he
Right,
does take
so-
his children to school.
Okay. Then I can do GPS for 20 days partial, waive the fees, and I'll allow him to transport the children to and from school.
Swimming class.
All right, so here's the thing. If you're wanting to do other activities with the children, then it's gonna end up being 30 days. Now, if you have somebody who is willing to do those things for you for 10 days, then it will be GPS for 10 days.
What is GPS?
It is a device that lets us know where you are. Because here's the thing. They're requesting 10 days in the Bexar County Jail.
Yes.
So if I were to send you to 10 days, and we're still on the record, Cindy.
Oh, okay.
No problem. If I were to send you to the 10 days in the Bexar County Jail, you would only do 10 days and you'd be done. if I'm giving you GPS, if I give you GPS and it's full GPS, which means you can't leave your home, then I'll only do 10 days. But if you're asking to do other things and make it partial, depending on what you're asking me for, I could probably go up to 30 days or 20 days. You want to take the children to school, you want to take them to their activities. So then that would make it 30 days GPS.
Can I just do the school then?
All right, then if you're just doing the school, then it would be 20 days GPS.
That would be just at the house?
That would be for you to take them to and from school.
Okay.
If you want only 10 days GPS, then that will be full house arrest, which means for 10 days, you have to be in your house. You can't leave your house. Do you need to discuss that with your attorney?
Yes.
All right, I'll let you all discuss it. So anyway, Veronica, some DWIs, it requires jail time as a condition. Yes, we're back on the record. So what does he prefer?
20 days, John, and just to take the children to and from school at this time.
All right, so 2 years state jail facility, suspended and probated for 2 years, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, $1,500 fine that will be probated, $60 restitution to DPS for testing. There's to be 20 days GPS, partial for transporting children to and from school. So that will be the only thing you can do for 20 days, okay? So if you're driving and people want McDonald's, you can't stop because that'll be considered a violation.
Thanks for clarifying that.
Yeah, because sometimes people will do that and then I'll get notice that it's been violated, okay?
Copy.
Field visits 1 time per month for 3 months. 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once that's completed, 100 hours will be deemed satisfied. And a deduction of 1 hour of the community service restitution for every sober support meeting completed. DWI education course, VIP panel, ignition interlock for half the term. A 2-year license suspension.
Any chance we could do 180 days on that, Your Honor?
No. And let me see. Intensive outpatient treatment with probation. The referral to Veterans Treatment Court. Court will note that the defendant has been accepted. Proof of employment within 45 days. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors. The conditions I'm giving you for probation, with the exception of the GPS. Once you are officially in Veterans Treatment Court, they have the court's permission to change those conditions, okay? Probation, is there anything else?
No, good.
Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
Very good, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, and if I didn't say it before, Ms. Abrams, the GPS fees are to be waived.
One last thing, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Can we delay the suspension for 15 days so you can apply for an occupational license?
No.
No.
I'm not allowed to do that
You can't.
legally. Yeah. All right, good luck to you.
On Mr. Gilday, Judge,
Yes.
the reapproach on that, he's scheduled for May 15th for the mental health court. I think, this court date was a status to see about his entrance into that program.
Okay, I already reset that.
It was to May 7th.
Yeah, do you want it on a different day?
Would it be possible, Judge, for you guys to reset it to the May 15th, the mental health court date?
What's the cause number, do you know?
Um,
Well, you know what, his name is,
it's on there.
oh, just 1 second. Okay, 2025.
CR
Mhm.
006971.
We were just looking to see about on the same dates because he rides the bus. He's out currently at Cross Point, so for just to come two times in 2 weeks, it might be a little bit difficult. But he advised me he's meeting with Crystal and abiding by the terms of the program and looking forward to be successful in the program.
Awesome, how are you doing?
I have a word to tell you,
Oh, yeah?
if you allow that.
Yes.
Of course.
I know I have a word, and I know I look very bad, but I wanna come back to the good one. When I was 11, I broke my private part, and it felt 4 years
Okay,
ago.
let me just tell you this.
Maturing at an old age, when I was at a bus stop.
So
Let me just tell you right now, number one, you don't look bad. You're looking great today, okay? So I always tell people, wherever you start in life, that's your starting point. It's not supposed to be your ending spot.
Just started learning, things
Yeah.
I could have learned that, you're saying,
Yeah.
I have like a 10-year-old break.
So this is the thing about the program you're going to enter into. We're all going to want to help you. That's how the treatment programs are supposed to be. So the thing is, you got to reach out for the help. If you see yourself struggling, don't think you have to struggle alone, because we're all there to help you and we want you to be successful, okay?
I would appreciate any kind of good words towards the rehab,
Mhm.
so I can have a better life. 'Cause I got school. It was done at a young age. I had to be hurt, and I healed 4 years ago. Fully recovered. So I need to step my life up and be an adult now. Make good despite godly moves in life. I want to go to school. So I've been in school for a month and a half.
Oh, awesome. What are you taking?
Right now reading, I'm about to take my finals reading setting.
Okay.
So I just got
Yes.
So here's the thing.
Sorry.
You're doing
Get it
great.
done. I just would do it later on. If that's okay, I heard I have 12 months.
It's a 12-month program at minimum. There might be.
Starting from when I, like, last week. when the-
Starting from when you signed it.
Yeah, it was like, I think,
Oh, wow.
April 13th, or it was
So that's
about a week,
how-
week and a half ago.
Is that okay, Judge? That,
Sure, I mean,
can you try to remove it? I mean, I wanna be in college by the time I get out, and I'm growing up now. I'm not gonna be enough of it, I promise.
all right, so here's,
I'd be
the-
out at the bus stop.
let me just tell you the way things
When I
work.
first,
Yeah, no problem.
wrong people, wrong crowd at outside, you know.
So let me tell you the way treatment programs work. And specifically this treatment program. This treatment program is a pretrial diversion program. So what that means is if you complete everything, it's not going to be on your record. If you decide, this program is too much for me, I think I can do it on my own, then what will end up happening is your case will go back to an originating court, and they will proceed with those charges, whatever those charges are.
That's what we don't want.
Yes, I get bullied a lot, 'cause I'm very, not like manly, cause I grew up late always, and I'm old. And I was self-defending myself, but I was still in the wrong for being in that situation. I shouldn't be bullied, I shouldn't be outside, I shouldn't have a cigarette in my lip. And now that I'm going to school, my mind is developing like if I'm in the 12th grade, I'm old. And my mind is a lot younger, like the things I should have done at 18, I was hurt still, I did at 24. And I look back and I say, I can't really have delays, I don't want to delay. I want to get my education, I want to go to college, I want degrees. I was looking into psychology, sociology, math, science, business administration, business management, data analysis, computer science.
Well, I'll
Just
tell you,
statistics.
this is a program this program will work with you on that.
That's the only way. I learned the hard way. 10 years of me out there it was no good for me.
Yeah.
That's why anything you ask, I'm willing to tell you a lot about it.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm not hiding anything from you because my family, they're cops, they're in the army.
Mhm.
I made a terrible decision to go to the streets.
Mhm.
I didn't join the gang. I didn't do any of that. I never shot anybody, I never stabbed anybody. I never robbed nobody. I never did drugs. I just am like a kid that went out when the parents said, my parents on church, they said, don't go out. I went out. They said, don't go over there. I
And you
went over
did.
there and I got in trouble a lot. And the first confession, and that had lives of my education. I was hurt.
Well, what I can tell you is this program,
My mind, I was hurt, but it's better than that.
well, I will tell you, this program is to help you get on track. And we want you to be on track, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reset you. And you wanted it when?
If we could respectfully judge, May 15th, that's his mental health court setting.
All right, so we're gonna reset you for May 15th, okay? And when you come for that setting, I'll remember, my mind's a steel trap. I'll remember everything that you told me. But this is what I want you to do. When you come on May 15th, let us know what your schedule is for school so we can see what we
Monday
can do.
to Thursday, anywhere from 9 to 8 p.m.
Okay,
Usually works out.
So
good,
with
yeah.
meds, may I get a Zyprexa note in there because the Zyprexa is the real
well,
lighter one?
here's the thing, what you'll need to do is you need to talk to your doctor, because I'm not a medical doctor. You'll need to talk to them. I always tell people if there's any issue with medications, side effects or something of that nature, talk to your doctor, because I'm not a medical doctor. Okay?
I come clean, nothing wrong with me mentally. I don't need medicine, but I'm spiritual. I love God. I know to do the right thing will be good guy. And that's all I ever tried to be in life. I can promise you that. And I'm so sorry for coming before you in this position in life. And I know you're a great woman. You have a good heart, and I appreciate everything you're doing for me.
No problem. And thank you so much. And like I said, where we are in life, we're all of us are trying to improve. Like I'm on my path of improvement. We just try to make improvements every single day. And that's what you're doing. So I appreciate it. And I want you to let you know, I see that you're doing that.
You gave me the light of the day today for the rest of my life.
Great opportunity for you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Does he need a reset form or would that help? Would you be helped by having a reset form?
Yes, if the court wouldn't mind, Judge, just so I guess he has the paper. With
No,
them,
we could
please.
just a reset form for the 15th.
Maybe you
Yes,
maybe excuse me.
yes, thank you. All right, who's ready?
Ready, I have page 2, Judge, next one down, Christine Moreno.
Hey, do you have, can you make me another copy of the docket?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Christine Marino? Hello. Hi, good morning. All right, just give me a moment. Odyssey is doing its circular thing to pull up the case.
Right.
Okay. All right, so this is set for a plea deadline date today.
It is, Judge, but there are some videos, this DPS trooper, the state was gonna try to find those. It didn't come up on Discovery. I checked yesterday, it wasn't made available to me. They just look now, they've got some, but I don't know, they weren't made available to me, so it's a Discovery issue. I've gotta have those before we.
All right, criminal trial division on this case,
Christine?
Marino, when do you all expect to have these videos?
Judge, I'll be making a request for those videos today. We should get them back in maybe a week or two.
All right, Ms. Ferguson. And you all have already tendered an offer?
Yes.
Well, yeah,
All right, Norma, recall this in 3 weeks for a plea deadline date.
Yes, sir.
And counsel, if you don't have the videos by then, of course, the court will extend.
May 21st.
oh,
All
May-
right, so
May
we'll be back
21st.
on May 21st.
thank you, ma'am.
All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused. Thank you. And you have the transcript,
We got the transcript, Judge.
so
All I need to tell.
We have everything we need.
whenever I have people come up to the bench to speak to me, then There's all this chatter over here. So let's wait till that chatter is done. All right, so the other thing, has an acknowledgement of discovery been completed?
I have no memory.
I don't have it. If you could,
We'll get that
I
done.
think, I want to say it was March 16th.
It's probably better to do one now with all the new stuff I just came.
All right, so they'll do that. So council, you received all discovery then?
I have, Your Honor.
And offer was tendered
Yes.
and you're rejecting the offer? State, how long do y'all expect this trial to last?
This particular charge are probably still be.
All right, all right. Knowing the parties as I know the parties, it'll probably be 3 days.
That's right.
Oh, no, because I know you guys just get to the point and ask the questions that need to be asked.
What if we go past a week?
Oh,
Do we get something in return?
let me just tell you,
Props?
the first civil trial that I ever had, there was time announcements and the time announcement was 3 weeks. And I'm like, this is insane that this is lasting 3 weeks. So I'm over there trying this case.
Okay.
And we ended up having a Matlock moment, which was great.
Mhm.
And then I kept getting called on the criminal side. Oh, we need you over here for trial. I'm like, I'm currently in trial. They had me checking in every day. I said, do you realize on the civil side, when they announce for 3 weeks, it's exactly 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And get this, the judge does not let you go over 3 weeks. So if a witness went longer than anticipated, you're only going 3 weeks. That, and they cut everybody off. It's like, it's going to the jury now. You only had 3 weeks. All right, so Norma, need a jury trial date for them. If y'all will confirm, 4 days,
We can do June 29th.
June 29th. All right, you'll be back on June 29th for jury trial. Court will not consider any plea bargain agreements without good cause. Otherwise, you have to plead open to the court.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. And counsel, once you have signed the acknowledgement of discovery and you've done, signed the reset form, you're excused, just have a seat and they'll bring the reset to you.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Thank
I'll do
you.
that quickly. Thanks. Yeah. That's all I get.
All right, who's next?
Page 5, fourth one down, John Glover.
John Glover.
Judge, I just wanted to approach, that's why I put my name on the list. We're gonna,
This is a case, Judge, that we were doing a felony reduction on. I did process the PC affidavit and information and complaint on 413 and sent it through the process. It's currently waiting with the misdemeanor judge presiding this month, Judge Dominguez, waiting for signature. I went ahead this morning and asked the office assistant, that's our liaison with presiding judge of the month, to ask if it could be rushed since he is in custody. So that's one.
and I was just gonna try to save them from having to bring another person if we could. I'm gonna try to plead him in jail court if I can, so.
See, this is what I'm talking about. You see how women are able to multitask? That's what we do. And I'm going to be doing that all week because Mother's Day is coming up on the 10th. Don't wait till the last minute to get flowers, right? All right, so when are you all expecting this to be done?
The paralegal said hopefully by Friday, if not Monday. So, and then we sent the
And then-
email to rush. So
Yeah.
probably.
All right, so Norma, let's recall this for mid-May. Is that good for everybody, you
Yes.
think?
Yes, Judge.
Mid-May?
The 21st.
Sure.
All right, May 21st. And if, of course, if everything is taken care of, you won't need to be here.
Perfect.
And Deputy Laura, she said you can cancel her client.
Yes, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
So what's happening there is they're refiling it as a misdemeanor. Now, normally you can plead somebody up here, right? And just do a reduction to a misdemeanor. But sometimes it's better because you don't want your client for anyone to see that it was originally a felony. So they're going to refile it as a misdemeanor case. And so it will only show up as a misdemeanor. All right, who's next?
Page 7, third one down, Jesse Arguello.
Jesse Arguello.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to purple.
Thank you, Judge.
It's close to being LSU purple, right?
There you go. Glad it makes you happy, Judge.
It does. So where are we on discovery?
Judge, this is the first setting. Just looking to see the lab. We got the labs. Gonna discuss the offer with my client. We got one today. I think we may have everything. Just gonna go over it one more time with you.
Okay, how old are you? All right, Norma, I need a plea deadline date in 3 weeks.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Once you sign the resub form, you'll be excused. What date?
Okay.
All right, May
Thank you, Judge.
21st. Thank you. So I always do plea deadline dates because otherwise cases will drag on and on. And I'll set plea deadline dates depending on, is it a complex case? What is the age of the accused? Because usually if they're 18, because this is felony court, right? And 18-year-olds, 17-year-olds sometimes end up here. And then if they're certified as adults, they end up here. And normally when you have teenagers, they need more time to think about the consequences of any actions they're taking. Yeah. And so I usually give them more time because sometimes they want to discuss it with their parents. Although I always tell them, you really should have been discussing this with your parents before whatever actions you're accused of taking were taken, But they're young. All right, who's next?
On page 6, third one down, Omar, right?
Omar Wright.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court.
You're welcome.
All right.
Judge,
Where are we on discovery?
I don't know yet, Judge. I was hired. I just got my notice of appearance in yesterday.
Mhm.
And I am going to be pulling discovery this weekend. I do have a plea offer already, but I haven't had a chance to look at anything.
All right, stay on this case. Is all of the discovery uploaded? It's Omar Wright, page 6.
Was all the discovery made? Yes, Judge.
Okay. Thank you.
Sorry.
No problem. All right, how old are you?
43.
All right, Norma, set this for a plea deadline date at the end of May.
Judge, can we have June 1st? My end of May is really packed.
Norma, is there a date for the beginning of June?
Yeah, June 1st.
All right, June 1st.
Thank you, Judge.
You are. Just a second. Odyssey's moving slow.
Yes. Often the case.
All right, so where are we on the restitution?
Judge, I did bring, I don't think the state would obviously object to this wherever they are, but this is the restitution that's been paid.
Okay, so it's been paid?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Awesome. All right, so we're gonna go on the record. In 2025 CR 015165 State versus Matthew Hill. Can I have parties announced for the record?
Kevin Collins for Mr. Hill, Your Honor.
And are you Mr. Hill? All right, so Mr. Hill, you entered a plea on April 16th. On that date, the court found there was sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court deferred finding of guilt as you had applied for deferred adjudication. According to your plea bargain agreement, it was $1,000 fine to be probated. There's to be restitution of $12,398.73 to the complainant. The court will note that the court is in receipt of payment of $12,398.73 that has been paid to North Park Lexus. Counsel, if you'll make sure that probation has that.
I will, Your Honor.
All right, state, you may be excused. All right, anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, no, he regrets his bad decision. He's made the complaint as whole as he could with the restitution, and he's currently working in a different job and doing well and raising his family. So we apologize to the court and the victim.
All right, so what do you do for a living?
At the moment, I'm working as a gas station clerk
Okay,
for now, so on a better job.
all right. This is what the court will do. There's $1,000 fine that will be probated. Regular reporting. All right, everyone, let's not rush probation. If you all could have a seat, she'll take you all up. Are you able to hear me now? And Ms. Abrams, it is State versus Matthew Hill, 2025 CR 015165. You're welcome. So it's $1,000 fine to be probated, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 45 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be restitution of $12,398.73 to North Park Lexus. The court will note for the record that restitution has been paid in full. There's to be 100 hours of community service restitution. Do you have children?
Stepkids.
All right, what are their ages?
One is 10, there's 11, 13, and 16.
And they live with you?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to order parenting classes. 50 hours will be deemed satisfied once parenting classes are complete. The remaining 50 hours will be deducted upon completion of the probation. Do you think it's appropriate for felony theft course or MRT? All right, once felony theft course is completed, the remaining community service hours will be deemed satisfied. Field visits one time per month for 3 months. And the court will sentence you to 3 years deferred adjudication. Probation, is there anything else? All right. And then with the regular random UAs, it can be regular random UAs or either the patch. Probation and your counsel will explain that to you. The patch is more expensive, but then you don't have to sit around and wait for your UAs. All right, anything else that you need?
No, ma'am. Oh,
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Who's next?
First on page one down.
Ryan Westbrook. Yes. Good morning. What's the update on?
He is so he is still in custody, Your Honor. According to the scheduling order, he is not. I do not believe he's taken a plea as of yet, but his so I don't know. I don't quite know whenever sentencing or resolution of the case would occur.
Okay, so because he was set for jury trial in federal court on March 30th, that's what y'all told me the last time. So what's?
I think that was, yes. It was set for jury trial, but I don't think that there was no trial on that date, Your Honor. But I don't have a date as of yet for sentencing.
So is there anything on PACER?
The last thing I have, Judge, is just that last setting date for the trial. There was no trial on that date.
So there's no date in PACER?
I have not looked at that this morning, Your Honor. I can do that, or at least contact the office to have that.
You look at it.
Yes, if I can just step aside for 1 second, Judge. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Who's next?
It is Jonathan Aguilera on page 5 at the bottom.
Okay. I'm sorry, Norma, which page?
Page 5 at the bottom.
Jonathan? Hi, Aguilera. All right, court starts at 9. You got to make sure you're here at 9. You understand?
He did call me at about 9:04 a.m. Your Honor, to advise me that he was running late, and I didn't see that until about 40 minutes thereafter. Profusely to the court.
All right, where are we on discovery?
I do believe we have everything, Judge. There was an issue brought to my attention. He wants me to, or not, something to look at in the video, so I am gonna bring officers to the trial, so if we could just have a short set. for me to do that.
All right, how much time are you all asking for?
I believe a standard 30-day should be fine. That way you can do that, and then we can confer based upon those findings. We believe that there may be an issue regarding the legality of the stop, or lack of reasonable suspicion, yes. But I brought it to the attention of the state today in reviewing the videos. So that I think they want to look more and see about the things from the officer's perspective to see if they can corroborate that.
All right, I need a 30-day reset. And you can just put it as a discovery date.
I can do May 29th.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, May 29th. Once you sign the reset form, you'll be excused. You need to make sure you're on time. Okay. All right, thank you. Oh, thank you. God bless you too.
Been a while here.
Yeah, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
All right, I cannot complain.
Yeah, me neither.
All right. All right, how's everything with the baby?
Oh, she is getting big, but I'm dealing with my postpartum, so
But
I
most,
appreciate you asking.
yeah, but most importantly, is she running the household, which she should be doing?
Oh, definitely.
All right. So on this case, where are we on discovery?
Judge, I believe the state's turned over everything to us on this. There might be just a few items remaining, but I did turn over to the state some mitigation evidence.
Okay.
They're going to review that. I'm scheduled to send them an email on a video that was taken at the time of the incident.
Okay.
So we're requesting some time for that.
All right. 45 days, enough time?
I believe so, Judge.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, if you're going to recall this for 45 days, please.
May I, Your Honor?
Yeah.
I have a vacation letter on file. If we could do it the following week.
I'm not going to let you have both vacation. I'm not having vacation.
I'll get on.
All right, Norma, if you can put it after that date.
Yes, ma'am.
Just a second.
Yes, Your Honor.
We got to let attorneys have vacation.
All right.
All right. We'll see you back on June 22nd. Once you sign the reset form, you excuse. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Sure.
Talk soon.
Okay, awesome.
Okay.
All right, who's next?
Jesse DeHoyos on 4 at the bottom. DeHoyo?
All right, so where are we on this case?
Yes, with regard to the discovery, Judge, this is a little bit.
Oops, you're okay?
Just a little bit. This is a little bit of an older case because he got returned back from the competency court, deeming him incompetent. And looking at the discovery, there's some files that are too big for download, namely some statements. So I did provide the state with a drive that we can get those. I think we're on the same page of requesting a 30-day reset so I can get those, evaluate that, and see where I need to take it from there.
All right, Norma, I need a 30-day reset.
Can you do the 29th with my other one? That way?
Yes.
Okay, great. A little more efficient.
All right, May 29th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Lottie, you want to sit down?
Just have a seat, sir. We'll take a minute.
All right, who's next?
Trisha Rodriguez, page 1 at the bottom. Trisha Rodriguez, page 1 at the bottom.
Trisha Rodriguez.
Court, Judge.
Good morning. Hi,
Hello, Judge.
how's it going?
All right, Judge.
Yeah. All right, today's plea deadline date.
Yes, Judge. So something came up this morning about a possible coming up with some upfront restitution. I was talking to her father, and so what we're hoping for was maybe we could get a month for a plea deadline to see actually how much in restitution we could come up with.
So is that something that's changing the offer or something?
Depending on what they could potentially bring up front, Judge, then it could change the offer, yes.
All right, and allegedly, what's the total restitution due?
So,
Six figures, starting with the one, like 177,000.
she's indicted as a co-defendant. The co-defendant is a fugitive, Judge.
Okay. And allegedly, well, I'm not gonna get into any more. All right. This will be the last extension for a plea deadline date. Ms. Ferguson, 30 days?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sure. All right, May 28th.
May 28th.
All right, thank you. Once you sign the reset form, you'll be excused. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Good seeing you.
Judge, I've got some more action in here, Judge.
Oh, hey, okay. All right, who's next?
Next, same page one, number 6 down, Rafael Rodriguez.
Rafael Rodriguez.
Oh, sorry, Judge.
Yes.
That's what it's like. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. All right, where are we on this case? There's a lot that's been, well, there's a lot of entries, but nothing has been happening. There's been plea deadline dates, there's been pretrial diversion, there's been offers that have been done, there's been motions to withdrawals that have been granted. So
Yes, Judge.
what's happening on this case?
We were just hired yesterday for Mr. Rodriguez's case. I did see the case notes as well, Your Honor. I saw that there was potentially some indication of maybe PTD consideration. I did have a chance to talk to the state this morning. I believe that PTD is no longer going to be considered. There will be an offer extended to our office after we have the opportunity to receive the discovery, take a look at the case. Mr. Rodriguez is already making appointments with our office to discuss as well. If we could just set it for a new plea deadline, I believe that'll be enough to move this case forward.
All right, Ms. Ferguson. Set this for a plea deadline date and jury trial date in 30 days. All right, May 28th, you're either going to jury trial or maybe y'all will have reached an agreement that's acceptable to the court. We shall see.
Yes, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Fun day, Judge.
Yes. Once you sign the reset form, you are excused.
Thank you, Judge.
A repeat drunk driving offender faces the judge in this tense courtroom hearing. The judge makes it clear that reckless decisions behind the wheel can destroy lives. Before delivering the sentence, the judge issues a powerful warning about alcohol abuse and responsibility, reminding the defendant that one mistake could cost someone their life.